Hey guys, and welcome to what is going to hopefully be the first of a series of videos that I'm going to be trying to do and put up on my YouTube channel. And basically, I figured I'd do some sort of daily thing, hopefully daily. It might be not quite daily, every other day, every 3 days, but hopefully every now and then. And basically, I just want to take a match that I have recorded and do some commentary on top of it while I'm playing it. So it's basically, sort of a what I was thinking at the time, what I should have been doing. Basically just me commenting on the video as it's playing, while it's basically just the match that I was playing. So here we go. Should be fun, hopefully. Alright, so here we have me on River City Knight. I do believe we actually lost this match, but it's me with a PPC Stalker, 4 PPCs, 2 ER PPCs. It's a build I'm actually quite fond of. If you've seen the stream, you can tell I run that build quite a lot. It's mostly because I fire the 4 PPCs mainly. If they're anywhere between 90 meters and 540 meters, that's their effective range. And I mean, that's a 40 damage alpha. It's enough to knock out, if I can get a cockpit kill, which I think I do in this video, if I can hit that cockpit on a mech, that 40 damage is enough to knock it out instantly. It just takes the mech out of the equation. Here we have myself spawned on Lower City side, basically the lower spawn on River City Knight. The nice thing about the ER PPCs with this build is if they get within 90 meters, PPCs do reduce damage, so I can switch to the ER PPCs and it still fires a 20 damage alpha. It's still plenty enough to knock out a mech if it tries to get too close. And if they're outside of that 540 meter range, normally if they're within 600 meters, the drop off on PPCs isn't too bad. I'll still fire the PPCs, but any further than that, I really like to try and switch to the ER PPC. So here you see, I'm getting pegged down a little bit with some either PPCs or ER PPCs. At this range, it's probably ER PPCs because, as you can tell, my PPCs aren't actually in range. They're completely out of the max range. This is actually really the farthest out I like to try and snipe anybody down. But you can see I'm firing the ER PPCs. The heat's not too bad. If I just fire the 2 ER PPCs, it's normally, I think I can get off like 4 or 5 shots before I overheat. But here, missing quite a bit. My team is... Let's see, still got 2 people in base. We have another person sitting, or let's see, we got 4 people moving towards Lower City. But from what I can tell, I'm just trying to sit here and snipe. But I don't seem like to be finding any targets. We just got a few more people pushing over towards G5, G6. Looks like 2 of our guys want to go ahead and stick with G4. Here, I'm not finding any targets, so basically what I like to do, and what I'll typically do, if I'm not finding any targets like this, I'll try and get on top of the little citadel area, that area in between G5, F5, G6, and F6, that whole upper area, because it does provide some really great sightlines on the rest of the map, except for, you can't really see Lower City too well with that, but since I have teammates already sitting there, it's not that big of a deal that I can't really see into Lower City. It's more of a... I don't need to see over there. I have teammates watching it for me. So it's not that big of an issue. And more importantly, I saw some people moving Upper City and River, which provides me great sightlines. So here we go. I can see, got a little radar contact over here. I don't think my spider friend noticed him. But here we have, it's a catapult delta, and there's a perfect example of what I'm talking about with those 4 PPCs, 40 damage alpha. If I can hit a cockpit with it, it instantly knocks out that mech. That mech's done for. You can be completely fresh, it doesn't matter, that mech's dead. So you really have to be careful of, if you're facing against a build like this or anything that can do, I think it's over 32 points of damage to the cockpit. You got to be careful of that cockpit because it will instantly knock you out. So it's a bit of an issue there. But here we have one of my teammates went in, we lost him over, I believe it's in that Lower City push where we had 4 mechs going that way. So I'm just trying to sit here, snipe a bit. I can see clearly easy mech. And there you can see I fire the PPCs, but then I switch to the ERs quickly afterwards. That 750 range, it really starts degrading the performance of the PPCs, just trying to shoot out that far. You can't do it too well. So I switched to the ERs immediately afterwards because I think I realized my mistake and just went and tried to switch to the ERs. Yeah, right here I'm just pegging them with ERs only. Because outside of that range of 600 meters, 650 is really about as far as I like to fire PPCs normally. But here we have a commando moving up in water. I think I can probably peg him, but I think, yep, I seem to have shot his torso, just the way it bounced off there. The nice thing about this mech also with Stalkers, with the PPCs and the ER PPCs, the PPCs are actually on the arm, so you know it provides a little bit more leeway in where I'm aiming. But here we have, and here's actually one thing I did like that I did. I used ERs even though I really didn't have to. I think I was trying to be more heat efficient. But then you can see I have my third and fourth weapon groups are firing them in chain fire. So if I ever want to just fire off a single one at a time, I can just hit my weapon group 3 or weapon group 4. What that's really nice for, as you saw there, is he was red CT, mostly beat up, mostly dead. But I was able to just fire one at a time and pick him off. And we have the other CT shot. I noticed he was cored yellow CT, so it's more of just finishing off mechs, trying to keep this Cataphract buddy alive. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, as I said, this was played today, so it's still mostly fresh in my memory. But if I'm not mistaken, he's the last person alive with me. But here we have our spider that we saw earlier. He disconned, so he got stuck over there, unfortunately. I'm surprised. There we go. I'm surprised I didn't take a shot there. Another one, because if you're not moving, typically if you get shot, you want to be moving. If you get shot and just stand still, I don't need to move my crosshairs anywhere, especially if I'm with a sniper boat or anything with long range weapons. Because if I hit you once, I'm just gonna keep pegging that same spot. There's no reason to move. But here I did notice that it's just down to me and my DC'd spider, and more importantly this dude. So there's the DC'd spidered, DC'd spidered. The spider just died there. But we have, what's left is an Atlas, which I hadn't seen all game, so he's probably mostly fresh. You can tell it's a DDC because he does have the ECM. So I tried to peg that left torso down where they have those missile slots, because if it's a 3, it's a 3 SRM boat, SRM6, then I'm going to be in serious trouble if he tries to push up on me. We have an awesome with the 2 PPCs. I probably should have switched to him as soon as I finish off that dragon there, now that I'm noticing him, because I know I was pegging him down early, very start of the match, just trying to hit him, but instead I end up alphaing that guy and missing the cicada, which ends up leading to my death there. But as you can see, I did get the 4 kills there, only person with kills on the team. Shout out, at least on my team, goes to Incursus 626 there with 406 damage, and also Mech Bajovnik, 315 damage. You can tell that they were, I believe, the ones that basically you're actually doing damage, actually hitting. More importantly, the 2 assists and 3 assists there, especially the 3 assists being that one of those kills I got, nobody got an assist on it because it was the cockpit kill. But that basically just wraps up that match. You can say I lost, but I still managed to get off some decent shots, so I was pretty happy with it. But as I said, I plan on doing these every day, every other day, every 3 days. I don't know. We'll see what schedule I can make, depending on time commitments to other things. But I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, leave a comment. Send me an email. I love responding to viewer comments, viewer anything. I love talking with you guys. So if you want to just leave a comment below, I'll respond to that. If you want to send me a direct email, if you ever need to get hold of me, it's sjrdale@gmail.com. As I said, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. I don't know how the subscribing thing with YouTube works. I know how it works with Twitch, but subscribing with YouTube, I never figured that one out. I don't use YouTube that much. But hopefully, as I said, hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll see you again for another, either on the stream or for another daily tomorrow.